What is the best life we can possibly live? This is a question that has echoed through the halls of human history. A deep yearning shared by philosophers, poets, and everyday people alike. We often chase this ideal through external means. Acquiring more wealth, achieving greater fame, finding the perfect relationship. Yet, so often, these external goals are fleeting. From the bustling marketplaces of ancient Greece and the grand forums of Rome, a powerful philosophy emerged. This philosophy is Stoicism. It was practiced by people from all walks of life: Epictetus, Marcus Aurelius. They proposed a radical idea: the good life does not depend on our external circumstances. It is not about what happens to us, but about how we choose to respond. The Stoics taught that true well-being comes from within, cultivated through virtue. This perspective offers a profound sense of liberation. Instead, we can become the masters of our own inner citadel. They offered a practical toolkit for navigating human existence. The core of this ancient wisdom is beautifully simple, yet transformative. Our power lies in the domain of our thoughts, judgments, and decisions. The most fundamental principle of Stoicism is the dichotomy of control. Imagine drawing a circle around yourself. Inside that circle are all the things completely up to you: your beliefs, judgments, attitudes, decisions to act. Outside lies everything else: the weather, the economy, the opinions of others, your health. Consider the frustration of being stuck in a traffic jam. You can honk the horn, curse other drivers, let your blood pressure skyrocket, but none will make traffic move faster. The Stoic approach is to recognize this lack of control and turn inward. You can choose to listen to a podcast, practice breathing, use quiet time to reflect. You have not changed the external event, but you have triumphed over it internally. A sudden illness, job loss, broken relationship, while we feel natural pain and grief. Stoicism teaches us not to add a second layer of suffering through our judgments. Instead, we focus on our response, how we will endure, what we will learn, and how we can act virtuously even in the face of adversity. This practice, repeated daily, builds a powerful habit of mind. It allows us to face life's larger challenges with the same clear-eyed perspective. This is the path to resilience and inner peace. The Stoic mindset does not just endure hardship, it actively uses it as raw material for growth. Marcus Aurelius captured this perfectly. The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way. This is revolutionary. Every obstacle, setback, and challenge is not merely something to overcome, but an opportunity to practice virtue. A difficult coworker is a chance to practice patience. An unfair criticism is a chance to practice forgiveness. A physical limitation is a chance to practice creativity and perseverance. Instead of seeing problems as roadblocks, we learn to see them as training grounds. Think of a weightlifter who needs resistance to build muscle. Without the weight, there is no growth. Similarly, without challenges, we have no opportunity to develop character. When faced with difficulty, we ask, what virtue is this situation calling for me to practice? Is it courage, temperance, justice, wisdom? This principle is not about pretending painful events are good. Losing a loved one is not good. The Stoics were realists. The opportunity is not in the event itself, but in our response to it. The event is raw, unchangeable material. Our character is the chisel we use to sculpt a virtuous response. A Stoic finds purpose not in avoiding pain, but in meeting it with dignity and strength. Instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, how can I use this? This shift moves us from victimhood to agency. The principles of Stoicism are not just abstract philosophical ideas. They're practical strategies for real life. Consider James Stockdale, a U.S. Navy pilot held as prisoner of war in Vietnam for over 7 years. He endured torture, isolation, and constant uncertainty, crediting his survival to Stoic teachings. Stockdale understood the dichotomy of control. He could not control his captors or conditions, but could control his mind and responses. Think of an athlete who suffers a career-threatening injury. The initial event is devastating and outside her control. A non-Stoic response might be despair, lamenting what's lost. The Stoic-inspired athlete accepts reality and focuses on what she can control: rehabilitation, mindset, and future. She might discover a passion for coaching. The injury becomes the way to a new chapter. Imagine working tirelessly on a project only to have it rejected by your boss. It's natural to feel disappointment and frustration, but a Stoic practitioner would pause before reacting. They can choose to seek constructive feedback, learn from mistakes, and approach the next project with renewed dedication. When someone says something hurtful, our instinct might be to retaliate or withdraw. The Stoic response is to remember we don't control their words, only our interpretation of them. We can choose to respond with understanding rather than anger, seeing their perspective. This means being the calm, rational, unshakable person in the room, preserving our own tranquility. Ultimately, Stoicism is about building an inner fortress, a citadel of the mind that provides shelter and strength no matter what storms rage outside. This fortress is constructed brick by brick with every conscious choice we make. Each time we focus on what we can control, reframe obstacles as opportunities, respond with virtue, we add another layer of defense. This inner strength ensures our well-being isn't dependent on fragile external events. Our happiness becomes our own responsibility. Like a tree needs wind to grow roots, we need adversity to develop character. Welcome difficulties as chances to test principles and deepen wisdom. This is the ultimate source of empowerment. We are never truly helpless. In any situation, no matter how dire, we always have the power to choose our response. Choose courage, choose justice, choose temperance, choose wisdom. This power can never be taken from us. This philosophy is not about suppressing emotions, but understanding them. We can acknowledge feelings, examine judgments, then choose rational, virtuous action. It's the difference between being a slave to our emotions and being their master. Remember that you hold the keys to your own flourishing. Life will present unexpected turns, moments of joy and sorrow. Stoicism doesn't promise a life free from pain, but it offers something far more valuable: the tools to thrive in any circumstance. It teaches us how to find calm in chaos, focus amid distraction, and positive purpose even in hardship. By cultivating your inner citadel, you ensure that no matter what the world throws at you, you will not just survive but thrive, living a life of virtue, resilience, and profound peace.